Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anan Phonimdang from State level of Thailand. Today, my topic we talk about the local and foreign contents for the locomotive and rolling stock in State level of Thailand. For your information on our railway network, we have many kind of the operations, such as the passenger car and with the locomotive, the freight car with the locomotive, and the diesel multiple set to service for the passengers. And we also have many kind of the locomotive. You can see that on the top left-hand side is all the locomotive that we had used in our network. In roughly our services of our locomotive is approximately 30 to 50 years. We just have our newcomer of the fleet of the locomotive about 9 years ago, and the latest one just 2 years ago. Number of the locomotive approximately 200 set. And due to the infrastructure improvement by the government, we have a plan to increase number of the locomotive. And on the concept of the Ministry of Transport, Kun Suriya, he would like to SRT and MOT to consider the number of the locomotive that can be tried to make in Thailand or assembly in Thailand. We are under study due to that issues. Secondly, on the middle one, on the passenger coach, we have many kind of passenger coach, the sleeping train, the non-air conditioned sleeping train with air conditions, and the PSO trains. Almost all the train also use a lot of have been used for a long time. Also, we have a plan to our refurbishment our passenger coach as well. The third one is on the freight operations. Due to the infrastructure that we already start for construction, number of tracks, a number of the doubling track along the countries. In the past, we have only 4,000 kilometers, and currently, right now, we already increased our track doubling. It's nearly approximately 100,000 kilometers in operations. And for the new line, we also added for the track doubling with the others, let's say approximately 600 kilometers to connecting to our neighboring countries such as Laos, such as Cambodia. And also we already connect with the KTMB from Malaysia. That means number of the freight car is many required for our customer. We have a plan to procurement and purchase more freight wagons of operation for our freight operations. And the last one is on the passenger car. We have many coupling of the we call diesel multiple unit. Due to our infrastructure, our SRT network didn't invest a lot for the overhead catenary system. Because of the new technology come up, we also try to consider to install some OCS in our network. We just finished only on the red line, approximately 41 kilometers. And in the future, we will extend the red line for about 10 kilometers east side, from the north side, from the west side, and on the southern side back to Bangkok stations. Due to the missing link project, you may know that project. All of the extension of the red line, we already submit to the Ministry of Transport to get the approval from the cabinet to start for constructions. This is overall of our network for and our locomotive and rolling stock. Today, my topic, I will to conclusion and give some information about the local content that government would like on our network, on our SRT, to be consider to increase number of the local content due to many areas such as the freight car, as I explained, the passenger coach, diesel rail car, and the locomotive. Here is the example that I will to give some information to you. Start from the freight car. Okay, we got the many requirements from the customer for the freight, increase of number of freight operations. We already decided to increase number of the freight wagon about 900 phase wagon will be procurement within this year. We already submit to the government, and hopefully they will allow us to start this project for procurement. And on this one, we try to increase number of the local content, such as the frame and bogie car, the brake system and the bogie system maybe cannot make in Thailand from now. It's our local content, such as like for the frames, that it can be made in Thailand. It can be depend on the design of the manufacturer. Since from now we have many companies in Thailand that can design the frames for our freight operations. Our freight operation we consist of approximately 80 tons, and because of limitation of our network from the track work, it's 20 tons per axle. That means overall of the freight we approximately 80 tons to carry the container approximately 60 tons, and that is our target. Currently, we have about 1,200 course, and we've increased many number of that one. That's it. The main part that we already use, because as you may know that we have used our freight car long time ago. We have to be refurbished them. We have to be re-piping and recondition all the braking system. That it can be done in Thailand, in our factory and on our subcontractor or outsourcing work that the Thai company can do that one in local content. The other remaining of the freight car is just only on the bogie and brake system that we are looking for some researching that it can be designed for the bogie and including on the number, many part of the copper and many part of the brake system that need to be. Currently, if we are not ready on that one, we can join with some company or to sign a contract with our partner on our contractor that can be starting of the assembly of the phase wagon in Thailand. This is lovely information about that. Other thing that's on the second one on the passenger coach. It's nearly similar as the freight operation. You may know that in the past, SRT we used to have our passenger coach made in Makassar factory SRT, and due to the number of the operation, number of the worker has been reduced a lot of that. That means we didn't make the new passenger coach long time ago, and by the government funding from many sectors support on the rail sector, including you can may see on the left hand side, that is the first tryout to redesign of the passenger coach. We did it with the Lakabang Institute. I already finished one set. It's just only the passenger coach and including, not only passenger coach, including the infrastructure inside, including the wheelchair concept, air condition, or many kind of things. The number of the local content is increased a lot due to that first lot of the first conceptual of our passenger coach, approximately 7% is local content, except for the bogie and brake system that we have to be import. This is lovely information for the air system, auxiliary system that one can be procurement and find the partner in Thailand for the local content for that. The foreign content, the same thing, just only the coupling and the bogie. It's also the brake system as well for the distributor valve, something that's only minor part that we can procure and import to Thailand and assembly in Thailand. That's it, our aims to try to support the contractor, support our supplier to be assembly the train coach, the car in Thailand. That's another example also that we try to find out some solutions like the electrical control in every part of the passenger coach as well, because we have put many kind of the services in the passenger coach, such as the passenger information, such as the Wi-Fi, the CCTV. That means on that coach also had to be designed for the electrical control. And due to concept of the new concept that SRT try to introduce, we not do only on the passenger course, we also try to increase number of the passenger by the traveler. That means we have some project. You may know that on the we call it Royal Blossom project, that we got the old car or course from the Japan, and we modify adaptation and modify and design interior inside equipped with the many facilities. We have two sets. One set is 5 car, approximately 160 seat for those 5 car, and we are services for the traveling people. That's the example that we did it. We use the old locomotive. We use the old coach, passenger coach, and we modify and check the condition of the services. And the inside of the passenger coach, we put many interior to improve and to give some more experience for our customer, that they're not traveler, they can traveler. They're just not only the passengers. We can increase the services, many kind of the services, including the many functions that customer can be choose. The third part is on the diesel locomotive unit. Due to information that I said to you that SRT and Thailand network, we still not a lot of the OCS to consider on that one. And due to the new technology come up, such as the battery system, hydrogen fuel cell system, we also considerations if there any possibility that we can reduce the carbon from our train operations. We try to improvement on our side as well. Currently, we are 100% diesel locomotive, diesel engine for almost of our operation. And in the future, in the past slide, I will show you on some information that what we are doing on this one. Is it also the same thing that the diesel multiple unit we operate 30 years ago? That means we didn't procure new DMU for a long time ago. And we plan to got the new fleet of the diesel multiple unit, approximately 184 car is in our plan to be submitted to the Ministry of Transport and government to approve to change the old functions of the diesel multiple unit to be a new functions of the diesel multiple unit. And due to technology come up, we also consider that which kind of the energy that we would like to use in our new DMU. And conclusion, we are designed to use a diesel multiple with hybrid with the battery. That is our consideration with under submitting to the Ministry of Transport due to that one. And Ministry of Transport by the OTP also suggested to be on by mode. Maybe we can consider on the third mode to be increase the functional of the interfacing with the OCS in the future. That's it our plan as well. You can see that on the diesel multiple unit on the car body and the interior inside that we can do by the local content. Some many parts also can do that for the suspension or damper or many things that we can do in the local content. Remaining just only on the engine part and on the bogie part. That's it. I think it's a limitation of the technology. If that means we try to find some more solutions, such as the battery. We have tested the battery locomotive with our researcher, and we already finished on the first technology for the battery. That's an example, the same thing, right? And the locomotive is the final thing that we try to make is the most difficult part on the locomotive, because there are so the big engines and the many components on the locomotive. Currently on the locomotive, we can do such as like the traction motor, generator, auxiliary. That's it simple functions for the electrical engineering that can be manufacturing in our countries. And we have many parts that have to be refurbishment them. We have many company in Thailand that they can refurbishment those traction motor, generator, and auxiliary motor. Sorry. This is a minor thing on the, frankly speaking, we have many accidents on our locomotive to hit many bus or the truck on the level crossing. That means after the accident, the SRT in our factory, we have to be recovering, repair them as well. That's why we have some knowledge to be preparing and some damage like you can make it all by new. We and our factory in Makassar also can do that one. But anyhow, it take a lot of time. Maybe it's like 1 year to be covered and finished and ready to operations. And many part of the local content that it can be made in Thailand parted. On the braking system as well for the piping, it can do in Thai. The cooling system, the water tap, something like that. Some part also that can be used on the local content, such as for the rubber seal for the gasket for the O-ring. That it also can find in our market to be recovered on our refurbished locomotive. And the foreign content, frankly speaking, have to be concerned about the engine. There are no any big engine manufacturing in our countries. That has to be imported. That's why the new technology we have to be considered. It's an electrical part, control part. I think this one, if there are any company in Thailand would like to study on the wiring or to do something that we already started to be re-engines, because our locomotive that had been used for more than 40 years is approximately 30 years. We have to be re-engine, and when we re-engine, we also have to be wiring and to do all the control of that locomotive as well. As an example that for the structure of the car body, that what I said, that in some case that we have the big accident from our locomotive, our manufacturing in our factory in Makassar repairing shop, they can be prepared by themselves. Remaining only the major part on the bogie system and braking system. Auxiliary system, some part it can do, some part it have to be imported. And this one is on the conclusion that we try to find some research. We make a researchment with the company, and we try to make on the first one is on the EV on train project. Ministry of Transport request SRT try to consider that, because we may try find some solutions. This one is 100% operated by the battery, and our targeting to be services on our phase operation approximately 200 kilometers. We already compact with the battery approximately 4 megawatt hours. It can be operated for the full load of 2,500 tons, and can be operated about because our linking network from Lam Chabang port to ICD approximately 120 kilometers. That means only one charge that we can services of the full load for the freight operations. And we already test for the passenger as well on this one of the locomotive, that we can services of the passenger cost approximately 200 kilometers per charge. That means number of charging has to be considered in the future. If we would like to start 100% battery, the technology is already finished, just only design and for the charging part, and to make clear with the train diagrams to make clear that number of charge will not high from origin to the destination. That means we can operate 100% battery on the railway network in Thailand as well. And for the currently, for the new lot of the due to the distance of the SRT on the middle part, Bangkok side to the southern side, we are approximately 1,000 kilometers. That means we have to have at least 5 chargers to be out on the southern line. From Bangkok to Chiang Mai, about 700 kilometers. That means we have to have about 3 to 4 charges to charge before arrive to Chiang Mai. That means we are trying to focusing on the 100% battery just only on the short distance services. And the long distance services, we also try to reduce number of the carbon footprint. That's why we try to introduce to our to the ministry that we try to consider that to be diesel hybrid is our aims to consider. And we already have planned to set up the diesel hybrid, approximately 100 purchase about 113 locomotive. The main reason that we have to make a big lot because we need some investor, we need the manufacturing to find out some solutions, and at least that for the local content we have to find to improvement with part of the locomotive that we can be use the local content that we will improve on our network. That's it. That is the criteria that we have to setting out. I hopefully that on our audience in this country also many researchers and many companies may interesting on these issues, and we are very welcome to discuss with you. If there are any issue that you can recommend it to SRT, we would like to got that your comment, something like that. That's okay. It's all of my presentation. Is there any question?
All right. On behalf of the audience, I would like to thank you about the updates that you have given us on the local content of State Railway of Thailand. Q&A. Questions from the audience, please. Any audience, please? Otherwise, I will put the first question. From my curiosity that you have mentioned, you give us some updates in the overview, in the qualitative way. But is there any enforced law or enforced regulations in State Railway of Thailand to say how many percentage of the content inside a certain procurement or bidding to have local content like that? Is there any experience on this topic that SRT have announced to have at least a certain amount of content, local content in the bidding? Is there any experience that you have done before?
It's very difficult to following on the number of the percents, but we try to consider that at least for the freight car that we have roughly tentative 40% at least. But the other deeply technologies such as the locomotive, we are not sure on that one.
And then that means actually from the past we don't have the, let's say, clear statement in the bidding to have a certain amount of content, but we just announced we welcome them, but it is not really enforced how much percent it should be. Okay. Is there any plan to do that in the future to enforce such?
Many discussing on that one. The first one on the freight car that we try to find some figure. Let's say about 40% of the local content which favor that to be put in on the TOR, but it's not final yet.
Yeah. Okay. Further questions from the audience, please. We still have some time, please. Any question? We have the Deputy Governor of State Railway of Thailand. It is not so quite often that we have such a person on the stage. So this is an opportunity to ask questions, please. Otherwise, I will enjoy this privilege further if I put my question myself. Okay. I'm a big fan of State Railway of Thailand, right? The long distance railways that we have now, most of them are belonging to SRT only, right? I have heard that there is a plan to have a high-speed railways. Could you talk about this a bit related to the local content? Is there any chance that these long distance railways will be produced by maybe a part of local content? Because more normally when you make a big project of rolling stocks, most of them go to the well-known manufacturer like Siemens, Alstom, or whatever. Is there any chance that local manufacturer could come in this game, please?
For, let's say if the overall of the project, for example, on a high-speed train, we already divided on the civil part and the electrical part. The civil part is can do in Thailand, and we already split the work for the civil work. That all infrastructure designers can bidding and tender by Thai company or any company. We are welcome on any company by our procurement law in Thailand, right? It's the first section. That means overall of the projects, such as the high-speed train, more than 50% is done by local content. Just only on the remaining issues that for the track work is also many kind of the manufacturer and factory, the many part that it can be all local content in Thailand, just only for the remaining on the fastening and the rail sector. And in the past, only on remaining on the signaling system. The signaling system, we still not have any main manufacturing in Thai, 100% Thai. But it also have many partner with the Siemens or Thales or many company to open the company in Thai, and they are also use the many designer in Thai designer as well. Even though that they are Siemens, but they use Thai designer on the logical design on the signaling system. I think just only the remaining important part is on the locomotive and rolling stock. That's why I bring that issue on the topic today.
Okay, thank you very much. Further questions from the audience, please. Okay, yeah, you may know that State Railway of Thailand is the major operator of the long distance line in Thailand, right? Okay, maybe the last question from my side. In terms of the operation, yeah, to do bidding, purchasing, or procure the rolling stocks or the new investment, it is quite clear how we do it, that as we mentioned about the local content and so on. But my curiosity about the maintenance work, in the maintenance work, what do you how is the current situation in SRT? Are you, let's say, relocate our maintenance work to the private sector, or SRT is doing that by yourself? Yeah, please.
Okay, good. It's a very good question because many in our rolling stock we have about 5,000, including all about 5,000, and almost all the 5,000 have to be maintained by SRT. And by the plan, currently we already many outsource and out job for the work because limited to our number of our employee. It was freeze long time ago. That means many work we already outsource. And we already out job for many things. And due to final conclusion with this one, Ministry of Transport would like SRT to establish the daughter company for the maintenance company. It may be not only 100% due by SRT, we may share 51% and ask the private sector to share other 49%. That means it's our plan as well that we already established our daughter company for the electrical, for the red line operation and the SRT asset for asset management. The last one is on the maintenance sector.
Okay, you try to privatize some part of the maintenance for the whole operation, right? But you are not cutting like purple line or green line or pink line. They have different maintenance.
Correct. We're not cutting. We call open access. We call customer can choose for the open access. Mean we have the time slot remaining on our network, and is there in the future we allow any operator to operate on which section that what they need.
Okay.
Only the main problem is on the services of the driver is maybe have to be operated by SRT.
Yeah.
That's it. Only the main part it have to be concerned on that one for the safety reason.
Okay. Thank you very much for your question. It is very quite, let's say, insider information that I just curious about, and it's good time to have a person of SRT to give this information directly to the audience. Okay, thank you very much for Mr. Anand's presentation. Very nice here. As a token of appreciation, we would like to present the souvenir, and I am privileged enough to present you this myself.